way YouTube does live streaming.
Oh.
Loading preview. And now we're live.
Giddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream. Today's stream is NR 2003. We're going to be testing to make sure things work for NR 2003. So I'm going to go ahead and pop open the game here. And oh yeah, I have to add a couple of paint schemes, but that's okay. So yeah. Okay, so we're good. We are good for live streamness. Display active drivers only. I gotta add. Oh, I already added the 7. I've got to add the 12. The 12 paint scheme.
Beauty. Truex Jr. 19 MENT.
So this is gonna be green. The sponsor has been changed to John Deere, and then the paint scheme is. There it is. And there's the beautiful John Deere car. And then I've also got to add the 14 paint scheme, which might be one of my favorite paint schemes that I've done in my time. Now, there probably will be a lot of blank cars in this race just because not everybody's scheme is done. But
we have a couple people in chat here. We got Truex Jr., MENTS, Arkin Solomon, Pupper Wupper.
Oh.
Me, Kyle, which is Truex. Obviously, we know Pupper.
By the way,
not sure if I know.
By the way, Arkin, if you check the hashtag announcements on the Discord server, there is a link to signups, and so you can get yourself a spot in this series.
Says he doesn't have audio.
What do you mean it says I don't have audio?
No, Arkin says he doesn't have audio.
Oh.
You can overclock your PC if you do Control Alt Up arrow. I don't think you should do that. Flame Studio says Dat Boy Dark. I'm assuming that's Dark Flame.
Who else do I have to add? Oh, I have the 18's M&M's car.
Tell me how it goes, Builder DMP. We will. We will tell you how it goes. I don't think it will go badly. I think there's probably gonna be a couple wrecks because, you know.
It's just the nature of the racetrack.
Yep.
There's Winter. I've already got his scheme in. I've got a scheme for Ad that build finished today.
Yes, sir.
So
we can't go into Discord, Puffer, because I need to see his screen, and I don't want to be 2 years behind on the live stream.
Yeah. There's Ad.
Or if
I selected the wrong one somehow. So Ad, I know this is the most interesting content right now, but I'm just getting the cars in that I just got a hold of.
Tell me if you wreck on lap 2. We probably will.
Yeah.
I have a Toronto Maple Leafs rally towel that I'm flaring in the air right now.
Robot, which I named.
Oh, Arkin. Oh, okay.
Arkin is Creeper of Hope on the Discord, by the way.
Okay.
There's the beautiful Starcom fiber car. I believe that's all of the schemes that I have. Oh, no, I have Sam's car as well. I have Sam's 22 Duracell car.
Oh,
What's up?
Mew's here. We're live
Oh, hey,
streaming.
Mew. Well, welcome to a live stream. I
Oh my
I
bad.
guess you can co-commentate with us.
Yeah,
Mew,
true.
do not pull a Daytona. I'll try not to, man. I'll try not to.
So there's the Duracell car for Sambros,
See you later, fucker.
and I believe that is all of the cars that I have to add.
I think that's it.
37 cars active, but there will be more like
Let's see.
27 cars in the actual race.
So let's just go through them all. So we have add in the 39. I know you added.
Oh, you want me to go through the entirety of the roster?
No, I'm just gonna go through like the schemes we have and
Okay.
that I've put in. See if you've uploaded them. So add SNSS.
Yep.
Ben.
Who?
SNSS. Ben Pie, the 11 car.
Ben's second scheme?
The FedEx one. That's the only one I have.
Oh, yeah, check.
27 Billings Gazette.
Yes, check.
Blaney SNSS. Sam Blaney.
Yes, the Duracell car. I just put that in.
Bob Miller.tga.
Yep.
Brian SNSS, the 3 car.
Yep.
Bill D SNSS PPG.
Obviously.
Chris SNSS.
Chris?
9 car.
No, I actually forgot. I did not put that in. Thank you.
Oh.
So, it's
9.
the 9, and it's his second scheme. Is the Valvoline car.
Yep.
There it is.
Oh, Payson's in the chat. Payson. Can I join, please? Glowing Montana. It's. We'll put a link in chat, and that link is where you can join and sign up, and we'll make your car. Chances are, I bet our first race will probably be sometime either this week or next
so
week.
this is just an exhibition race, I guess.
Yeah. New Tyler Nixon chat, i.e. Mew's Better, who's in our, call, but he's decided to be muted for this race.
So let's get
Hashtag yeet. Yeah, that Discord link is...
Hold up.
Huh?
The 13 is a Ford, right?
13 is a... Hold on.
Look
13 Ford, yeah. Did I put him on a Chevy?
Because I put somehow I got both 13 cars in as Dodges.
Oh.
I'll fix that after the race because I would have to do rating changes, and that's annoying, but I'll just get his scheme in quasi for now. It'll look kind of weird on the Dodge temp, but
I find that really funny how you put a Dodge in the sponsor's Ford Performance and how you didn't catch it until right now.
I don't know how I ended up making that mistake, but you know what? That's just the way it is.
Wait, Bill, can I talk? I mean, you can if you want. You just got to be quiet. Like, I'm just going to be doing, like, cautions. DMP will mainly be doing the main commentary. I'm assuming. Alright.
So, let's go to a single race, and I believe we decided before we started the stream that we're going to go to one of the tracks that actually comes with the game. It's a 3-mile speedway, super speedway, high banks. It doesn't actually say the banking. Hold on, hide options. Oh, it doesn't say the banking, but it's high bank, high speed, and you'll just have to wait and see how many wrecks and how many
go ahead, Tyler.
how many how fast they go. That's the word I was looking for.
How many miles per hour they speed?
Yeah. 25%, 42 laps. And pit stop frequency is at 1%, so they should only have to come to the service of pit road once. 110 AI, and let's get this party underway.
I guess you could say, let's get this party going. Ha ha! If you're not a Penguins fan, you wouldn't get that joke. I'm not a
Where,
Penguins fan. But,
where's the link?
Link is in chat. I linked it twice.
The
I'll
Discord?
send it. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
send it one more time. I'll link it. This isn't an actual race. I'm
Yeah.
sure people know.
This is an unofficial race. I guess this
Yes,
is
Gordon.
getting
Go ahead,
awareness
Tyler. You can chat.
and also
Drivers, to your cars.
figuring things out. So, command has been given. On the pole for today's race is the number 10 of Benjamin Navarro, otherwise known as Light Yagami. To his outside, apparently is a car with Fat Corvette written on the back that will eventually have a paint scheme that is Greninja Talonflame in the 78. In row 2, it's Flashy McFlashy in the number 77 Dodge. And to his outside, Ben Pierce and the number 11 FedEx Toyota Camry. I should probably swap cameras so that I can see the field. Row 3, the number 5 of Payson Avery in the Rennie's car. And to his outside, the number 18 M&M's Toyota Camry of Adrian Mobley, otherwise known as Dark Flame.
Link is
Row
in chat.
4 is the 15. Sees the 15 of Emily Winters, the Monster Energy Chevy Camaro, and the 99 of James Jungman. And then row 5, 12 of Parker, and I believe that is the 1 of Max Weissner, and that rounds out the top 10. We will go more, I guess I should make a video of all the cars in the field to start this season, before we actually get this season underway. But here we come to the Geico restart zone. Light Yagami, or Benjamin Navarro, in that 10 car leads him to the green flag, and we are underway.
.27 already drops to the inside, looking to gain some positions early into turn 1.
And that 77 is trying to find a way to the front here.
Comes Emily Winters trying to make
Emily
it 3
Winters
wide.
3 wide as they go 3 by 3 down into turn number 1.
Getting pushed by the 24 and the 60.
Oh, Garrett.
Lost. Moves up in line.
Further back in this field, there's several cars clumped together, and the 18 almost cuts off the 11. That could have been huge.
That was nearly a big wreck.
Lap number 2, and the 18 stuck in the middle. And in the meantime, we're 3 wide for the race lead. I believe that is George Uriarty on the inside lane, and he will take the race lead. But here comes the 3 of Brian Anders dropping to the bottom, and that will allow him to get a nose to the inside of the 24 and take the race lead from him. But Ad lurking just behind in that number 39 Home Depot Chevrolet. 27 pushing him. That's Garrett Scheimer, which
to the inside goes Winterwolf.
And here comes the 88 of Winterwolf. And Uriarty's going to drop to the inside, take advantage of a push on the 88, and take second back from the 39. So far, clean and green here from Coca-Cola Speedway. But with speeds of 250 miles an hour, that won't stay the case for very long.
just imagine green flag stops if and when they're needed. They're gonna have to go from 250 miles an hour down to 65.
Yeah,
I believe
65 miles an hour, and although 65 miles an hour is still pretty quick, compared to 250 miles an hour, or 257 that they get to before reaching the corner. Compared to the speeds they're running on track, 65 miles an hour is not very fast.
Stopped 65 compared to 257 nearly 60.
Here comes the 25. He's gonna drop to the bottom. I believe that
Robot
25 car is Robot Spider. And he's gonna get his nose to the inside, but the 7 drops to the bottom, then 3 wide for P1. And there's still 3 wide. It's Robot Spider, Carlos Tavares, and Adrian Mobley as they head into the first turn of this racetrack. And as the 11 of Pierce gets to the inside, they were almost 4 wide. Now they're 3, and there's the wreck!
There they
Back
go!
in the pack! Caution comes out! It's the
Everyone.
26!
26. I saw a Robot Spider in it.
Big damage, and a couple of unmarked cars, the 42 with a destroyed front end.
Seems like Emily and Mac.
And as they come to the caution flag, it appears that James Judgment will be your race leader. Now they'll drop to 90 miles an hour and catch the Dodge Challenger Hellcat pace car. But let's get a look at this incident. Let's take a look at this.
It was right in the middle of the pack. Surprised there weren't more than 5 or 6 cars in it there.
Starts with, I believe, the 25 who had been sitting on the outside lane there, and it's right here.
Oh, he just gets nudged.
He just gets turned. He gets turned by the 22, that is.
And then he hits the 26. The 4.
That's the 26. The 4 with some damage. That's me was better in the number 4. The 22 of Sam Blaney was who turned the 25. And it looks like the 6 of...
That's the 9.
Or the 9, rather, is going to just squeak by on the outside lane.
88, maybe he gets through. The 42, he's just got nowhere to go.
42 just... If he had gone maybe a little bit lower, he might have avoided that wreck, but barely gets tagged by the 26. But that's all it takes when you're going, what? 216 miles an hour?
Yeah. And then the 2 unmarked cars.
And then the unmarked Chevy makes contact with the 3, and the 42 comes up the racetrack, makes more contact with him.
Turn him into the wall,
and
maybe?
Then they just pile up.
Yep, he just gets turned to the wall. The 3 was there the whole time.
3, nowhere to go. And then the 42 is just going to pile drive the back end of the 1, it would actually be.
Winters did a good job getting through it.
Winters and
she did a good job.
Cole McAmoyle both getting through.
Narrowly.
And big damage to the 42. A lot of damage to the rear end of the 1. And then heavy damage to the 77. And what do you say we go on board with that 77 car? a lot of damage to the front of that car. And how about the 15 getting through this?
Now, that was just impressive. The fact that she and Macklemore behind him getting it all checked up and not, I don't think they got any damage. Just
Let's slow this down. And the amazing feat is the fact that she's completely blinded by that smoke and manages to make it through, and then gets blinded again by the second incident, the one. And look at this. Look at this piece of driving by the 15.
You know she's got to be hard on the brakes right.
She's dropped the car to about 180. And somehow does not make contact with that 77 car.
Gets through.
And that's how close the 61 is to her back bumper. It's amazing that she doesn't get run over. Oh my goodness.
Driving excellence by both of them to not be in that wreck.
And we shall see who comes down pit road.
Gonna guess not many. Maybe a couple.
Pits are open. And it looks like everybody's ducking to the surface of pit road. We're only on lap 7 of 42. But I believe, possibly with this stop, there's some shadow of possibly making it to the checkered flat. So everybody on pit road, we'll see if people are able, with pit road being so busy, if people are able to stay clean and green on these yellow flag stops.
I'd be amazed to see.
Oh, contact!
Oh,
at
huge.
the back! And more contact! The 7 got turned around. Here's a look. The 8, or the 13's coming in. The 8 is trying to come in, and there's contact with the 7. Doesn't seem to be too significant, and the 61 almost got wrecked. 15 turns the 7, the 8 rather. And then where's that other? There was some more contact towards the back.
A 25 car.
Trying to see where exactly it was.
Right there. A little bit of
Oh,
contact.
there's the 39 hits the 12. And then the 6 is coming out of his box, and the 26, who was caught up in that caution flag, makes contact.
With the 9, 61 gets a little bit of help getting into his pit box.
And after all of that, the 11 won the race, or the 99 won the race off, the 11 P2, the 18 P3, 27 4th, 10 5th. Oh, and some contact getting off. The 7 P5, the 10 P6, and then so on and so forth throughout this field.
I'd be amazed to see how much damage that 4 actually did, because he was part of the original spark that, you know, ignited the whole fire that wreck was. So I'd be amazed to see how much damage there actually.
Lights out atop the Dodge Challenger pace car.
Bob NASCAR's had a rough race. Just can't catch a break.
And here they come to the green flag. The 99 will lead us to it. Green flag back there. Underway once again. first car to duck to the inside lane is the 14, and that's going to get him by the number that is half his value, 7 car. And that number 14 Haas Automation Ford Mustang. And a lot of damage now looks to the nose of the 39 car. That could possibly affect him and his chances at winning this thing. The field works their way around it. They go 3 by 3 once again. And the 18 holds the top spot for the moment.
27 all over his back bumper. Any little mistake could give the 27 the lead. Here comes the 14 car.
The 11's gonna drop to the bottom, try to help the 14. The field flies by the camera. The 11 side by side with the 14 for second here. And the 14, or the 11 rather, is just going to duck right back in line behind that number 14 car. 10's got inside positioning on the 11, but we'll see if he's caught as they come by down the back straight away. There's the 8 side by side with, I believe, 78, trying to take the 8th position away, and he will. So DNP in that number 8, DNP in that number 8 Furniture Row throwback in this race takes over 8th position. Now he might lose it as the 24 ducks to the inside. And that's going to be a jockey for position. And in the meantime, new race leader, that's the 11 of Ben Pierce.
Did the 18 get in the wall there? Looks like the 18 might hit the wall.
Possibly.
Looks like it did. 27 forced him 3 wide down on the bottom.
And the 99 stuck in the old sucker hole in the middle.
Might get a little
and
bit
the
of help.
27, not going to quite get to the bump for the 10, but he will have a look down this back straightaway as the pack has completely formed back up. They are all stacked up, and possibly we could see some more wrecks. Look at this, 3 by 3.
27 to the inside of that 11 car.
And a couple of
Gets in
cars.
the second.
A couple of cars have fallen off this lead group, presumably due to damage. That's the 88, the 52, or the 25 rather. The 61 of Cole McAmoyle. The 39 has fallen off. The 27 has fallen off. The 26.
77.
It seems that there's only been one car retired from this race. That is the 77. 42 and the 1 are still on track, but well off the pace. As the 27 now holds the top spot. And that number 19 DuPont car, the DuPont Dodge. Sunoco on the back end of that thing, trying to take the lead away, but he's got a mirror full of the 22 Sam Blaney. Single file the top 4, but I doubt that will last through even just this turn. And as soon as I say that, here comes the 19, and they're double file once again, as the 19 will take the race lead. Textbook fashion from the Coca-Cola Speedway. 2x2 unrestricted engines as the 24 makes his move. And this pack is coming up from lap car in that 42. We'll see if the 42 plays any factor into these lead cars making a pass. But for the moment, it would appear that the number 3 has the race lead, but they're 3x3 once again behind them. The 24 of Uriardi, the 27 of Shima, the 22 of Lady, 15 of Winters, the 14 of Boyer, 8 of D&D there. Leave that car is the 99.
No, 99's the Affleck car,
no,
bud.
the 99's the Affleck car. I'm stupid. This is the 5 of Mason Avery. And the 12 is gonna get to his inside. Oh, and problems. There's the 42 contact.
Oh, 24 in the wall.
And the 24 hits the outside wall. We'll have to keep an eye on this 42 car as lap traffic is gonna play a factor. And there was almost more contact with the 27, and the 14 hits the apron.
14.
That could have been huge.
Really right.
That could have brought out a second caution flag as the 15 gets blocked by the 42. And the 42's trying to play Pied Piper at Coca-Cola, but it's not going to work because he just doesn't have the speed to keep up with the rest of everybody.
He's ruining the 19 right now.
He's
full
ruined
lap.
the days of the 15, 18, 88, and the 19, and will possibly ruin more as the field works their way around these lap cars.
Potentially ruin the 24's day after 24 made an evasive move to the outside to get by him.
24 doesn't seem to be having any issues as of right now, but we shall see how his car ends up towards the end of this thing. Chat wants, it would appear that chat wants the 42 car to get spun.
42 is behind everyone at this point.
Aye, Jeff Gordon, the owner of that number 19 car that belongs to Sharon Kyle, or is driven by Sharon Kyle, clearly voicing his displeasure in chat about, or over the radios, about that number 42 car. As the 22 goes to the point here, Sam Blaney out front from Coca-Cola Speedway. And the 4 is going to drop all the way to the bottom. That's going to force 3 wide. And he'll be 3 wide, not quite, with Light and the 99, but the 27 not content behind that 4. And he's going to get to the inside. 27 makes a move on the 99 and pass for the lead. The 22 and now the 10, they're 3 wide for the top spot. And the 22 is going to be the loser on that affair, dropping from 1st to 4th and possibly further. And here comes Mew on the inside. He wants a piece of this lead. Lap 24:42. And the 27 just gets to the inside of the 4. So that won't work for Mew, but it'll work for Shima. Trying to get that top spot back.
That 27's been strong all day long. Been in the top 10 pretty much the whole time. Battled for the lead, had the lead at one point, and he wants his position back.
And that 10 car is Benjamin Navarro, the pole sitter, whom I have mistakenly referred to as Light a couple of times, seeing as Light owns the car. Driver is Benjamin Navarro, and 27 with those fat rookie stripes on the rear end takes the race lead from the 10. As this lead group continues to jockey for position just about every lap. And the 61 has managed to find himself with a group of friends. The 13 quasi Ford Mustang and the 8 of DNP. And Cole McElmoyle has, for the most part, caught up with that lead group. Doesn't seem to be really any damage to that 61 car, but we'll see if he's able to catch up to the rest of this group. And it seems, since hitting the outside wall, that 24 car is able to keep pace with this group, but not able to make any moves, and that's not what he wants.
I just want to see what happens if that group behind them catches up, because obviously he has the draft from front, but it just doesn't seem like he can make any moves. Maybe that pack behind can make some moves on him, shuffle him to the back.
Maybe if he gets some help, he could have a shot. You never know. And you also never know if there's going to be another caution flag. But it would seem that for the moment, the race leaders have pulled away at the 22 and the 27. And they've gapped the 12, the 99, and the 4, who, as we speak, look 3 wide, go back to 2, and now here comes the 22 to the bottom of the racetrack. He takes the lead away.
Blaney with a strong run on the bottom, gets right by Shima, and 27 is not going to lay down easily, though. He's going to come back, push from behind. Oh, maybe not. 12's dropping to the inside.
That's Parker. Kerr dropping to the bottom. He's got help from Judgment. Let's see if Judgment is going to stick with that 12 car or if he's going to try and get up to the front. Because we know that 99 car has been strong all day. Let's see if he can do anything with it.
Don't forget about that 3 car. Hasn't been up there too much. Into the top 5, just past the 27 for 4th. 3 car could be a factor in this race too.
As the entirety of the front half of this field, surprisingly enough, goes single file. 12 gonna drop to the inside of the 22. Not gonna quite get the pass done. We'll see if he can do it on the straightaway. The best time to drop low is right when you head down into turn number 1 or turn number 3. Because taking that inside lane really gives you an advantage, but the question is, if there's a car on the high side pushing that 22, does it really help? As here comes that 12 car to the inside, and the 42 gonna wreak havoc again. And that's he's gonna box in the 22. That is gonna hurt the 22's chances of winning this race. And that allows the race leaders to pull away from the second group. So it'll be a 3-car fight for the win.
Still about 12 to go, so you never know what's going to happen. There could be a miraculous comeback, but for the moment, 4th place is about a second and a half.
But
Seems
the
like
good
it's either
news
going to be the 3 or 27.
The good news is 42 has shuffled these packs, and that has given the 8, the 13, and the 61 a shot at possibly a 5th place finish, as they're able to catch the 10 of Navarro, and that's the second pack. And they have more cars in this group, and as another lap car has come into play, That's the one of Max Weissner, who's about to make his first lap down. But this could really be advantageous for this second group. They are much closer together and able to do battle for that 5th position, when earlier in this race it was the battle for 9th. As further back, the 14 chasing down the 4, and the 15 all the way back, riding around in 15, matching her number. There's the 18 of Dark Flame, the 11 of Ben Pierce trying to catch the 18. And then the damaged cars behind them. And it would appear that that second pack has caught the lead pack, thanks in part to a lap car. That's the 1, and now the 8's gonna get boxed in. If he can't get to the bottom, this is disastrous.
That top 5 is running away. The 27, the 12, the 13, the 61, and the 3, they're all going. The 61 has pushed the 13 right up to the lead group. Seems like he's not going to help him anymore unless he's brought down to the inside. But that 61's really found the power here late in there.
The 61 and the 13 taking advantage of 2 lap cars, forcing these 2 groups together, trying to get something to work. And that 13 is now in a position to win this race inside of 10 to go. And oh, by the way, we are about to hit the point of no return. Once we take 5 to go, about 5 to go, that's about when this thing is going to be forced to be complete. And we're at 7 to go the next time by the start finish.
61 goes with his buddy the 13. They both gained a position on that one. 60 second, and the 13 gets to the lead.
Top 2 is the 13 and the 61. 27 is lurking just behind them, and is definitely a factor. And really the top, 7 or so? And we have a car coming to pit road. Who is that?
It was the 99. He may be out of gas.
It's the 99 on pit road. You almost wonder if he didn't get that thing full of fuel. And now it comes into question, can the field make it to the end of this thing without having to make a green flag stop? And so he'll be taking tires. That'll be slowing him down by quite a bit. We'll see if he takes 4. And no, indeed, he only takes 2. Back up to the race lead. The 3 and the 12 drop to the bottom, trying to make something happen. And it looks like the 61 has gotten shuffled back to 4th. As that 99 car comes off of the pit lane. We'll see if any more cars duck to the surface of pit road.
I'll tell you what, if that 13 car wins this race, he owes the 61 one. 61 has pushed him all the way up through the field, now up to the lead. 61's been strong, and 13's been
and he
really
owes it a little. He owes it a little bit to this 8 car as well, because the 8 was working with the 61 and the 13 as a 3-car group. As we've passed that point of no return, but the 8 worked with them and kept him really at pace until he was able to catch that lead group thanks to the lap car on the 1. But now this gets interesting because the top 6 cars rounded out by that 10. Like, this top group now has a total, as they cross the line that time, really has a total of 9 cars, including but not limited to the 22 of Sam Blaney, the 10 of Ben Navarro, the 3 of Ryan Anders, the 5 of Payson Avery, the 13 of Matt Wynn, the 8 of DNP, the 27 of Shima as... Oh, and we got cars coming to pit road! The 3, the 8, the 27, the 15, all ducking to the surface of pit lane, just 3 shy of finishing this one. So they may not be able to make it to the checkered flag.
You've just been wondering how much, if they had to, did those leaders save? It seems like the 22, the 61, the 13 have been pushing pretty hard. The 10 and 5 have kind of been pacing themselves. Wonder if they didn't flip the green switch, and you wonder if the 13 and 61 aren't trying to save just to make it to the end.
And the 22, the 5, the 10, the 13, they've all got to be questioning whether or not they can make it to the flag. The 61 comes in, the 12 is in, the 6 is in as well.
That's the 9.
The 9, I don't know why I keep calling that the 6 car.
Just makes you wonder if any of those back markers, maybe who were a little bit slower, like the 15. Oh, well, she can't make it now. She already pitted. But like that 99, like the 20, if they can make it to the end.
Oh, and
I mean,
the 3 might be running out.
That, yeah, maybe.
Or
but it just makes you wonder if some of those...
reserve power because he was very slow down the back straightaway there.
Coming to 1 to go here, bud.
Oh, and a crash at the back. That's
it.
27. And coming to the checkered flag, who's going to get there first? I believe that the number 5 just stole this win. That is it for this race.
Payson has won it.
Checkered flag, Payson Avery.
If he can make it back.
And that is true. He does have to make it on fuel.
If he can make it back, the 5 car has won this race.
If they make it to the checkered flag, the 5 wins this race in an unpainted car, and that would mean that the 22 of Sam Blaney is second, the 13 of Matt Wynn is third, the 10, and oh my goodness, the 3 slides up the racetrack. These guys may be coming into pit road, or at least some of the cars towards the back might. And that could shake things up.
Doesn't seem like it. Now it's to the point they're on the straightaway. Does Payson get to the line?
Flag.
Let's see.
Coming to
yes, he will.
The 5 of Payson Avery wins at Coca-Cola.
What a race.
What a finish to this one. So the final running order is the 5 of Payson Avery, the 22 of Sam Blaney, the 13 of Matt Wynn, the 10 of Ben Navarro, the 14 of Ryan Boyer, the 78 of Greninja Talonflame, the 4 of Muse Better, the 3 of Brian Anders, the 8 of DNP, the 15 of Emily Winters, the 24 of George Uriardi, the 11 of Ben Pierce, the 18 of Adrian Mobley, the 99 of James Judgment, the 26 of Matthew Nile, the 25 of Robot Spider, the 19 of Sharon Kyle, the 88 of Winterwolf, the 7 of Carlos Tavares, the 39 of Ad, the 9 of number 9 Valvoline car, Actually, after the 12, things kind of got, and after the 12, or everybody, we'll have to read off the official finishing order because of lap cars, but yeah, the 9 of Ganaban, 61 of Cole McLemoyle, 21 of Parker. For the most part, and then the three actually finishes a lap down. So the 3, the 8, the 15, the 18, the 1, 99, 88, 39, and 9 all finish off the lead lap. And contact as they came in at the end of this race. But let's take a look at that wreck on the last lap. But the second last lap.
From what we saw, it was just the 27. I don't know whether he got hooked or what happened there, but that car was destroyed.
There was huge damage. So we'll have to take a look at this. So
Was it the 15 of Emily Winters?
He's coming off pit road. And I think he might have he may have run over the 8 or gotten run over by the 15.
I think he had to check up there. The 15, I think the 15 is dumped. Yep.
15 got to his inside, he thought he was clear, and the 15 dumps him into turn number 3.
Yeah.
And hard lick into the outside wall. And the 18, we're going to have to take a look at that angle, because the 18 nearly wrecked. The 18 from the roof, or from the hood, the 18 nearly hits him. Because you see the car wrecking just ahead, and he comes down, and oh, he did hit him. There was barely contact, but he did hit him. And you can notice the crunch on that. You can hear the crunch and notice it on that right side. The 18 just manages to hang on. But a wild finish to this race. And I believe they were side by side. The 22 has this race won. The 22 has this race won at the end of corner 3. But watch as they come side by side to the start finish.
We need to get a picture of this. Let's see. Looks like maybe there the 5 just pokes his nose ahead. Has the run.
Ahead.
Pause it right at the line. Wow.
Not the closest finish, but it's a close one nonetheless.
Take a picture of that sucker. That is the margin, the 5-1.
That is as close of a finish as you're gonna get. But thank you for tuning in to this race. It was wild until the checkered flag. Wrecks twice in this one. This is the kind of racing that you can expect from this track and others like Talladega this season. Take care, everybody.